Hey guys, welcome back to Emily Versella TV. Today I want to tackle a topic that a lot of you ask about is smoothies. Everybody's on the go, they don't have time to make a proper meal. When I say proper, I mean with whole foods as far as like, chicken, baked potato, broccoli type thing. They want something grab and go. Summer's winding down, school's activities and events are picking up. So something that everybody loves is a good smoothie because it's a sweet treat, it's healthy, and it gets you all your nutrients. And people, a lot of times, there's a lot of smoothie places that you can go to and get a smoothie, but they're not gonna be healthy. They even label them as like a skinny smoothie or a healthy smoothie. You need to look at the carbs and sugar in those, because a lot of times those places, they don't have enough protein in there, and they're very high in carbohydrates and very high in sugar, and also fats as well. So you really wanna watch that. Today I'm going to show you guys just some basics for making a smoothie that is going to be very helpful for you. It's going to have 26 grams of protein. It's only got 16 grams of carbs. It's only got 3 grams of fat. This is the perfect meal on the go, and it definitely fills you up and feeds your muscles that protein to create that lean muscle mass, and your body takes longer to digest protein, so you're going to burn a few extra calories breaking down all the protein. So what I like to start with always is unsweetened vanilla almond milk. It's really important that you look for the unsweetened, because that's going to help cut some sugars out of your macros. Or you can also use coconut milk if you like, cashew milk, whatever is going to work best, the nutrition-wise, macro-wise for your goals. I use frozen fruit always. A lot of times you see a lot of fresh fruit, which is totally fine, but for my smoothies, I like them a little more richer in flavor. When you use frozen fruit, it serves as your ice cubes and your flavor, instead of having fresh fruit and then put ice in that can water down your smoothies. So by using frozen fruit, that's going to have a stronger flavor profile for you for your smoothie. You can mix and match any type of, you can use some frozen veggies as well if you like, but this works really, really well to create that really nice, smooth consistency in the smoothie. And then we're gonna use some First Form Level 1 vanilla ice cream. This is my favorite for smoothies. I always recommend it when people say, I wanna make smoothies or I wanna bake with things. I always recommend this flavor, simply because it's a great mild flavor. It adds that nice vanilla taste to it, but doesn't overpower it. And then if you wanted to make something that had, like maybe you wanted to freeze a banana and use milk, frozen banana, and some chocolate protein, you could use this vanilla and just simply add a teaspoon or 2 of cocoa powder to it, and then you're gonna have that chocolate banana flavored smoothie. And then finally for this, I'm just gonna sweeten it up just a smidge with a teaspoon of Truvia. You can use stevia, you can use Splenda, whatever you prefer, or you can omit this if you don't want it, if it's sweet enough for you, but I have a sweet tooth, as you guys know, so I'm gonna add just a smidge of this. So the reason I want to go through these is very, very simple. You don't need a ton of ingredients. You guys will see a lot of recipes, especially on like Instagram and other forms of social media, where they have all this crazy plate of stuff that they are making a smoothie with. You don't have to do that. You can keep it simplified, because that itself looks like it's a daunting task to have all of those, fruits and veggies ready to make one smoothie. Nobody has time for that. That's the whole point of a smoothie, is to be quick and easy. So a little recipe that I like to use as a base is, you always want to add your liquid first, because you don't want to add powder first or your frozen first, because then it's going to get stuck on the bottom. You want to have your liquid on the base of it. So you always want to layer ingredients in a blender, wet to dry. And I use 1.5 cups of whatever source of milk I'm using. I use 1 cup of whatever type of frozen fruit. And I use 1 scoop of protein for each smoothie for me. If you're a guy and you want to do that, you can just double up on everything to have it larger. This smoothie makes about a 20-ounce smoothie. So if you want to make that a little bit larger, and you just double those macros I talked about earlier, that will feed the guy's protein. And I'm just going to add about a teaspoon of the Truvia. So again, to recap, whatever smoothie you make, ever, use 1.5 cups of the milk, 1 cup of frozen fruit, and then 1 scoop of protein, and if you wanted to add a little sweetener. The reason I use this type of sweetener instead of honey is because honey has carbs in it. It has sugar in it. And I'm trying, even though it's natural, I still want to keep that out of my macros. I don't want to have to count for it. So we're going to just make up a quick base smoothie that I make literally every day. It's my favorite. So we're going to add 1.5 cups of the milk. Like I said, we're layering wet to dry. And then we're going to add 1 cup of peaches. Now the way that I like to measure out my fruit is because you guys know, if you put things in a measuring cup and it's not a liquid or it's not a powder that's going to fill the measuring cup whole, you're not quite getting the true measurement itself. So I always like to use my food scale. I got this one at Bed Bath & Beyond. It is the OXO brand. It's the 11-pound scale. What I love about it is because we weigh our portions at night for dinner, is that this base comes out so you can still put your dinner plate on it, and this sticks out so you can still read the proper measurement. Because my problem before with food scales were you put a plate on it and you can't read the digital readout anymore. So this is one that I love there. I think it was like $50, but you can use one of their 20% off coupons and save some money on that. So the way that I measure my fruit is I use the blender and I place it on the food scale, and then you're gonna zero it out, and on the back of the package, read how many grams a cup is. So for the peaches, 1 cup is 140 grams. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to set the scale to grams, and I'm going to add peaches in until my scale reads 140, and then I know I have an accurate cup in there. Okay, perfect. And just to show you guys that, how much more of an impact that makes, I just thought about this. I want to show you the difference between scooping out a cup versus measuring a cup. So let me get something real quick. Okay, hang on guys, I'm having wardrobe malfunction here. I don't know why I picked this shirt to cook in. Look nice for you guys. All right, so we just have 2 cups here. I'm going to measure out a cup, classic like this. Let me use one that's not dirty. Just a little bit shy. Okay, so this is about a cup of scooped peaches. So we're going to put this on our scale here and see how much this actually weighs out. So remember, a cup is 140 grams. This weighs out 102. So you can see there's 38 grams difference. So you have this versus, measuring out by a cup or measure on the scale. So you get a much more accurate reading. Okay, so once we put in the frozen fruit, if you want to use bananas, just make sure you freeze them. You can, if you have some bananas that look like they're about to go to the banana graveyard, you can just peel them and then put them in a Ziploc bag and freeze them so they're always frozen, ready to go. That's what I use mine for a lot. It's nice to have like those good ripe bananas, because if you make a smoothie with like a half green banana, it's gross. It's rancid, it's not good. So just keep those bananas, don't throw them away. All right, and then we're going to add in a scoop of our vanilla ice cream protein. And last, we're going to add in some of that Truvia. Okay, just add 1 teaspoon of that. And then we're going to mix this up. Okay, and I do get asked a lot too, what type of blender do I have? It's a Vitamix. I highly recommend taking the time to save up and invest in a Vitamix. You can get different styles and versions, but I've had that thing forever, and it is tried and true, works wonderful. I've bought blenders before. I'd buy them, like the $40 or $50 ones at Costco or Target, and they always would like crap out on me after a year. So I finally said, forget it, I'm not gonna replace another one again, and because I've spent way more than that than what a Vitamix costs replacing other cheap blenders. So save up and get a Vitamix, you guys. They're absolutely wonderful. Or I know Ninjas. I hear a lot of people, they love the Ninja ones. Those are great too. So we have our smoothie here. I'm gonna put this in a cup and have some lunch. All right, guys, so these cups, I get these cups and lids. They're 16-ounce cups. I get those at Costco. They're like a pack of 50 for $8.99. And these are great because, I always recycle, so nobody send me an email saying, oh, you're wasteful. So I always like these because that way, if you are on the go, you can easily make a smoothie, pour it in a cup, drink it. When you get to your destination, you can throw it away. You don't have to have a stinky protein cup or stinky smoothie cup in your car, because we all have done that before and it's disgusting. So I'm just gonna pour this in. Like I said, these are 16 ounce, so I always have a little bit left in the blender because this makes about 20 ounces. And then put the lid on. I get smoothie straws too, you guys. You guys can get these at your grocery store. You can order them on Amazon. I think Costco does have them as well, but anyway, and there you go. This is a perfectly full meal. That's all you need to have. You can always have a nutritious smoothie. And also you can make these ahead of time, take them to work and put it in the fridge for your lunch too if you like. So I hope that will help you guys with some measurements and just kind of general basics on how to build a smoothie. So if you guys have any questions, again, always feel free to reach out to me at emily@fithomeandhealth.com, Instagram @emilyfrisella. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Have a good day.